Hello and welcome to Lantern Lane Stories. Tonight's story is The Church Gaudí Started in 1882, Still Not Done. Hello, sleepyhead. Pull your blanket up to your chin. Tonight we are going far away to a city by the warm blue sea. That city is called Barcelona. In Barcelona, the night air smells of orange blossoms and salt. The street lamps glow like little yellow lemons. Far below the windows, the sea breathes in and out, and right in the middle of the city stands a very, very tall church. Its towers point at the moon like a forest of stone trees. They have stone leaves, stone fruit, even tiny stone snails resting on the walls. Listen closely. There is a sleepy secret about this church. It has been building for a very long time. So long that nobody alive has ever seen it finished. It is older than your grandma. It is older than your grandma's grandma. Tonight, while you yawn, the cranes around it are sleeping. Tomorrow, more workers will come. They will add a few more stones, just like they did yesterday. This is the story of the Sagrada Família. Say it slowly with me. Sagrada Família. It has been growing patiently for 140 years. Long, long ago, in the year 1882, the very first stone was laid in Barcelona. The workers wore round hats and dusty shirts. They mixed mortar in wooden buckets. The smell was warm, like wet sand and morning sun. 1 year later, a young architect arrived at the worksite. His name was Antoni Gaudí. He was just 30 years old. He had soft brown eyes and a very quiet voice. His curly beard was the color of wheat. He set his bag on a wooden table. He looked at the plans, then he looked up all the way up at the wide blue sky. "This church," he said softly, "should grow like a tree." The older builders looked at each other. They did not understand at all. "A church like a tree, sir?" "Yes," said Antoni. "It should grow slowly like an olive grove. Each column inside should lean a little like a real tree trunk. Each window should open like a flower." He smiled gently. "Trees know how to stand for 1,000 years. Churches should learn from trees." The builders blinked. Then, slowly, they began to smile too. They had never met an architect quite like this one. Antoni Gaudí designed the church in a very curious way. He had a small dusty workshop right next to the worksite. The room smelled of warm chalk and pine wood. The afternoon sun came through one tall window, golden as honey. In the middle of the workshop, he built something strange. He hung tiny strings from the ceiling. From each string, he tied a small weight, like a little sandbag. The strings drooped down in soft curves, the way a sleepy cat curls up. Then Antoni held a mirror under all the strings. He looked carefully into the mirror. In the mirror, the curves looked. Upside down, they became tall, smooth arches reaching up to the ceiling. "There," he whispered. "That is how the church will stand. Gravity is teaching us. Gravity knows." Antoni learned from many other things too. He watched raindrops fall into puddles and saw perfect round shapes. He watched birds glide above the rooftops. He counted the petals of small wildflowers. "The whole world is my teacher," he liked to say. "I just have to listen carefully." Children from the neighborhood would peek through the workshop window. They would see the strings, the weights, the mirror, and the gentle, smiling man. "Mr. Gaudí," a small girl called one day, "are you doing magic?" "A little bit," he said, "but it is the kind of magic anyone can learn." She giggled and ran off, smelling like sunshine and almonds. Antoni Gaudí worked on the Sagrada Família for 40 long years, 40 winters, 40 summers, 40 rainy springs, 40 golden autumns. In hot weather, the orange stones felt warm under his palm. In cold weather, his hands turned pink and he blew on them to keep going. He sketched on tiny scraps of paper. He drew on chalkboards. He carved little clay models with the soft pad of his thumb. As Antoni grew older, his beard turned silver. His back grew a little bent, but his quiet eyes still sparkled when he looked up at the towers. One afternoon, a small boy peeked through the wooden fence. "Mr. Gaudí," the boy called, "when will it be finished?" Antoni leaned on his cane. He looked up at the half-built tower. The sky behind it was pink and gold. He smiled gently. "Not in my time, little one. I will not see the last stone placed. I know that already." The boy frowned. "But that is so sad." "Oh no," said Antoni. "It is not sad at all. Beautiful things can wait. Some gifts take many lifetimes to give." He patted the boy's hair. The boy ran off, kicking up little puffs of dust. And the next morning, Antoni came back to the worksite. He picked up his pencil. He kept on dreaming, one quiet stone at a time. One soft afternoon in 1926, Antoni was 73 years old. His hair was silver. His eyes were still kind. That evening, after a long, gentle life, he closed his eyes for the very last time. All of Barcelona grew quietly still. The bells of the city rang slowly. Children placed small flowers along the worksite fence. The cranes stood under the gold evening sky, perfectly still. At that time, only a small part of the church was finished. One tall tower, one beautiful door. The rest was still a dream made of paper and clay, but the workers did not put down their tools. "We will keep building, Master Gaudí," they whispered. "We promise." And they did. Year after year, new builders came. Old ones grew old. Their children helped. Their grandchildren helped after that. Each one looked at Antoni's tiny papers and clay models. Each one added a little more. More towers rose into the sky. Beautiful colored windows were placed. When the morning sun shines through those windows today, the whole inside of the church turns into a slow rainbow. Pink light dances on the floor. Blue light climbs the walls. Gold light drips down the columns like glowing honey, and here is something wonderful. Visitors from all around the world began to come, from Japan, from Brazil, from Iceland, from places near and far. Each visitor paid a small ticket to walk inside, and every single ticket helped buy one more stone. That is how the church keeps growing today, bit by bit, visitor by visitor. If the Sagrada Familia could speak tonight, it might whisper this: "Hello, little friend. I am 140 years old. I am still not finished, and that is all right. A gentle man named Antoni dreamed me. Many, many people are still building me. Every visitor who comes is part of my story now. When I am finished one day, I will have 18 tall towers. Right now, some still wait their turn. They are sleeping in the architect's drawings. In the year 2026, it will be 100 years since Master Gaudí closed his eyes. His friends are working hard to finish the tallest tower by then, but the whole church, it still needs a few more years. Maybe 10, maybe 20, and maybe, just maybe, when you grow up, you will fly to Barcelona. You will stand right in front of the church. You will look up, 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 all the way to the top. What a thing that would be, little one. For now, the moon rests like a soft white cat on the rooftops. The cranes are sleeping. The workers are home, eating warm soup with their families. Close your eyes. Imagine the warm orange stone under the moon. Imagine the soft sea wind. Imagine Antoni's gentle, dreaming smile. And so, Barcelona also slowly, slowly fell asleep. Good night.